OK, let's speak to Steve Jones then, sales and procurement negotiation expert at Focal Point. Used to negotiate deals with suppliers on behalf of Tesco. Steve, sounds like this is having a ripple effect then.
Well, it certainly does, doesn't it? And I think what's interesting is how much, if all the retailers decide they're going to take a stand on it, how much of their business they can actually lose before they start to go backwards. I did a sort of back of an envelope calculation, and according to Unilever's website, they turn over about 2 billion in the UK. And if their margin is, as it is for the rest of Europe, of 42%, I reckon if they get their 10% price increase, they can lose 17% of their volume before they start to go backwards. So if they just lost all of Tesco's business, that alone probably wouldn't make them scared enough to backtrack on it.
But strength in numbers. But we've been hearing all day, Steve, that this is something that happens all the time, but normally happens behind closed doors. So why haven't the supermarkets got together before, or have they?
Well, the supermarkets, obviously, they can't get together because there are regulatory issues about that. But I think these things happen all the time. And
so why leak this news now, then, if it was leaked?
I think the reason they're doing it is, and obviously I can only speculate, but I think one of the issues is they're frightened that this is going to open the floodgates, and everybody that has any potential argument for increasing prices for anything that's either partly sourced or entirely sourced in Europe is going to start jacking the prices up. And I think one of the main issues is what the teams in the supermarkets want to do is they want to focus on selling more product and taking market share, not arguing with suppliers about whether prices should go up or not.
It's just that there's been some suggestion, because Dave Lewis, who's CEO of Tesco since 2014, used to work with Unilever as well. But I guess, again, this could have happened over the past couple of years instead of just now releasing this news.
Well, I think if you look at what happened a couple of years ago, just before Christmas, it looked as though Tesco had fallen out with Coca-Cola. So you couldn't buy Schweppes tonic in their stores before Christmas, and these things happen. I think the main issue is because Unilever are such a high profile, such a big supplier across so many different categories, this is clearly going to have an impact. And I think one of the things is if one retailer decides, for instance, they're going to cave in and just pay Unilever's price increase, Unilever have got products that are on the consumer agenda that consumers will go somewhere else to buy.
One word, do you think that will happen, though?
No.
Steve, thanks for your time tonight. Steve Jones then from Focal Point, 5:19.